Hi guys, happy day after July 4th. Today feels a little bit like January 1st, like the time to start over and set new resolutions. I'm not really sure why it feels that way, but I guess the theme of independence keeps coming up since we were all talking about Independence Day yesterday, but independence can mean a whole lot of different things. And it can mean the ability not only to move and to function and to feel good, but also to be able to afford whatever lifestyle that you choose. I had two thoughts that I want to share with you today, see if I can tie them together for you. One is I'm sitting here at Second Wind, and I just watched a gentleman way out in the distance in the parking lot by the grocery store, and he has both his legs wrapped, and he had a cane on either side, and he was trying to get out of his car and then get a shopping cart together. And it was just a laborious process. I have no idea what his physical concerns or challenges are, but clearly it wasn't that he was just hopping out of the car without thinking about it and grabbing a shopping cart and going. Often I speak with people and I say, you can move a little more, you can change your nutrition a little bit more, and people are very happy with how they are right now. They are carrying extra weight, they know it. For whatever reason, they choose not to do anything about it. But at the time you're making a choice not to do anything about it, I don't believe that you're picturing yourself fast forwarding to how that gentleman's life is today. So maybe in the past he made choices that have brought him where he is today. No judgment in that, but really, don't you want to stay independent for as long as possible, which means feeling good and moving good? If that's the case, then make some choices today. The other thing is money. I heard, it's great, NPR is such a good source of things to talk about. There was a report last week about people in nursing homes, and I learned this last summer when my 93-year-old mother-in-law moved down here to South Carolina, and she's pretty healthy, which means she does not qualify for acute care, which means Medicaid doesn't pay anything, which means she has to pay with her own money out of her own pocket to go to an assisted living facility. She's not always oriented to time and place. She really cannot be left alone. She is a slight fall risk. She does need pretty much 24-hour watching, which is something that we couldn't provide for her at home. So she's in assisted living. But she has to pay for that all by herself, and it's incredibly expensive. And if you can't pay, you don't get to stay. And the report on the radio was saying this really hits women very, very hard, that the vast majority of women who require assisted living simply don't have the funds to pay for it. So while we're all busy struggling to, get started in our careers or pay our mortgage or pay our kids' college tuition or just get done paycheck to paycheck, the other thing that we're not thinking about is that inevitable day that's way out in the future until it's not, of what do you do to take care of yourself when you're older. And I've had people come into Second Wind and tell me that $25, $50, $75 is too much for them. And frankly, some of them say it in a way that indicates that they're proud, that they just are that broke. When you take your whole entire life and you work really hard and you're generous with your money and you pay for your kids' college, or you live well or whatever, or you don't, or you scrimp your entire life, and then you get to the point where you don't have the option to work so much anymore, and you don't have $25 extra a week? Is that really, really, really where you want to be? Is that independence? I don't think so. So I guess what I'm suggesting is that please take today to think about what independence means to you. And it's great to think of it in terms of our country and our society, but really it comes down to an individual basis. And if you're not healthy physically and financially, you don't have a great deal of independence. So think about things that you could do today, whether that's joining Second Wind and learning to move a little bit better when you haven't been doing it, or learning about nutrition so you can feel a little bit better, or learning about the business side of things that you can do to help yourself. Find a way to help yourself, okay? You can't put it off. You really can't. And there's so many options and opportunities out there, and I invite you to go explore them. And then don't worry about what happened yesterday or last month or last year or 10 years ago. Just do something today. All right? Happy day after Independence Day, and let's start your independence. Bye.